Hello and welcome to another edition of In Between the Pages with James Lott Jr. I'm James Lott Jr. And we are talking to people who are doing creative things. When it comes to music, dance, videos, writing, acting, everything. And so she does videos because she has songs out. And she has a new song out called Hollywood, You and Me. And I love the video. Go to YouTube, go to Sara Diamond, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe.
And here too, subscribe here, subscribe there, subscribe everywhere. Be kind, rewind. No, that's no reference. But she has a new song out called Hollywood. I'm gonna play part of it right now before we introduce her. And the song is so good, kids.
I'm leaving at 6 in the morning. Back on Wednesday. Hold your loving for me, baby. Right now, there I go, you supported. Pick me up at the airport. Oh, you really committed. There's no one else like you. You are something special. Touch my mind and my body with all your attention. You know that I am with you. Yeah, there is no other. So don't even try to deny me of what I want.
So that little tidbit, it's called Hollywood, You and Me. The video's really good. Help me welcome Sara Diamond. Hi, Sara.
Hello.
Song's really good. Your vocal, the music, everything. So we're gonna break it all down, but congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's one of those things, you're giving birth. You're giving birth to something. Anytime you put anything out, I put this video out, anything you put out, it's a little nerve-wracking, but it's so wonderful. So how do you feel about you have other songs out too, but how do you feel about this latest single?
I felt really good releasing it. It's true I have a lot of songs out, but most of them are very sad.
Yeah.
And are usually connected to a person. So there's definitely nerves around the release of the song because I wonder, what are they gonna think? Are they gonna hear it, etc. But with this song, because it was so positive and heartfelt and joyful, I was just really excited to release it. It's kind of an amalgamation of the different partners that I've had in my life that have been so supportive of my music career. And I just wanted to showcase that in a song. And I'm happy with how it turned out. I made the song with a producer named Jonathan Watts, and he's incredible. So incredible.
The music's great. It's great. So he did a great job.
Yeah. And it was just an all-around positive experience releasing it. I'm really happy with it.
So why now a positive song then? Where did that come from? Are you in a positive period now? Or are you just what's going on?
I mean, I'm definitely in a positive headspace. I've gone through my ups and downs with mental health, and over the past year or so, I've been in a really good space. So that I'm sure, is part of the reason why the song came out. But when I'm writing, I don't know where it comes from. It comes from the ethers. So it was time for this one to be birthed. And we were in studio, and the I Love You Even in LA, Hollywood's Got Nothing on You and Me just kind of came out. And I was like, all right, this is where we're going to go today. And that's what happened.
I love that. Because I want to go out there because I write songs too. Not all songs come to you like that. Not all verses come to you that way. I've written songs in 20 minutes and songs in 5 weeks. It's been, she could tell you, it's one of those things that I call it divine intervention usually for me when a song comes together. You're like, oh, a song came together. I have a chorus.
Yeah.
Right? It's one of those things that people think it's easy. It's not really easy. It's easy, but it isn't. It's this process. So for you, expand on that because I see you going, yeah, James, you're exactly right. So songwriting is not as fluid as it can always be, correct?
For sure. I think there's a quote or an anecdote, I guess, of I think it was Van Gogh or someone, an artist was on the beach and someone came up to them and said, hey, can you draw me a picture? And he said, sure. So he drew him a picture and he's like, how much is it? And he's like, $20,000. And he's like, you did that in 2 minutes. Why is it $20,000? And he's like, it took my whole career to make this one painting for you, or this one drawing for you. So I think songwriting is kind of like that. It's taken years and years to get to a point where, you know, we have those moments where a song comes in 20 minutes or 10 minutes and it is divine intervention. And there's other days when you sit with the paper computer for hours and nothing good comes out and you're like, what is okay? That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then there's other songs where I'll write a verse and nothing else comes to me. And then weeks later, months later, I come back to it and then the chorus forms and it's like, okay, this is, you know,
Yes.
now is the time. And you just have to trust the process and really, you know, work at it, but also know when to put it away and when to say maybe tomorrow.
Very true. It's a hard line sometimes because sometimes my own ego will get in the way and go, well, I want to make this song happen.
Yeah.
Feeling it right. And they're like, no, put it down. Maybe go to another song. Maybe go to something else. And then they'll come, like you said, they'll come back to you and go, oh yeah, I have a thing that goes with that. You know.
Yeah.
It's tough. But do you remember the first song you wrote?
I don't remember the song itself, but I know that it was about the sun.
Oh, how cute.
I was like 8. And it was something about the sunshine and like rain and, you know, the sun comes out, something very sweet.
Oh.
But the first song that I remember writing that was like a full song where I actually like probably on a hard drive somewhere, I actually have the recording.
How
fun. It was
fun.
called Best Friends for Never.
Best Friends for Never. I like the title. Okay.
Thank you. I was 14 and I had gone through a friendship breakup and it was really hard for me. And the song, I wrote that song, but my songs have definitely gotten better and I guess a little bit more profound as the years have gone on. We don't have any more Best Friend for Nevers, but it was a good song. It was a fun song.
Yeah. And well, folks, best friend breakups can be worse than relationship breakups sometimes. Whew.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I've lost a few, and they were rough. Ugh.
So rough.
Yeah, very rough. Mm-hmm.
I almost had that with my best friend. We started drifting and things kept on happening and there were rifts in the relationship and it almost got to a point where we were just like going to sever it and not continue on. But I realized where I was in the wrong and I apologized and we worked on the relationship and now like it's a few years past and we're in a good place. Yay.
Okay. Because I know you were singing before that, but what made you write a song? Like, did you know about songwriting? I mean, because it's one thing to be singing since you were a kid and kind of, you know what songs are, you know what they are, but how did like songwriting, like I'm going to write my own song. Do you remember how that came to be for you?
Yeah. So when I was a kid, I had a vocal coach and I started with her at around 6, I think. Because I would sing with my mom as a kid and she had a label for children's music and I would sing like Old MacDonald and ABCs and that kind of stuff. And so at a certain age, she put me into singing lessons. And at around 8, I don't know, I guess my coach was like, you know, you can write your own songs. And that's where the Sunshine song came from. And I would journal a lot as a kid. And I guess something, you know, there was a transfer at a certain point where I put melodies to the words.
The thoughts,
and I don't know. It continued. As I took music more and more seriously, the aspect of writing, you know, kept on coming up. And when I was 10, I worked with my manager and he was a producer as well and wrote a bunch of songs for me. And then we co-wrote a couple. So I was like in on the process and I saw how things went and I said, okay, maybe I can do this. And, you know, like added my thoughts and it's been a process.
That's really cool. Your vocal coach actually said you could write your own song. I mean, like, okay. Focus on singing and get you a good writer. She's like, do it yourself. Have your own voice.
Right.
That's very cool. Well, actually, I said she. Was she a she or a he? I wasn't sure.
She.
See, she was empowering you. I love it.
She was great. She was a wonderful, wonderful teacher and person.
What was one thing that you still carry with you from learning with her in your singing?
I don't remember her specifically saying it, but I know that it must have been a focus because I worked with her for so long, but just to like infuse emotion into everything, to keep emotion as the focus when you're performing and when you're singing, because that's what's going to connect with people. And you can, you know, sing a song perfectly, but can you emote and can you connect soul to soul And, you know, that's why I make music and do music. So I think that would probably be the biggest lesson. That's something that I learned through that process.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are, I mean, songs you put out there, it's supposed to take people on a journey of some kind of journey, whatever it is. And you're also kind of acting when you do a song. I've learned also. I did a song recently on my latest album. It's called Lost and Found. And I wrote it from when I was 10 years old. That was my perspective as a 10-year-old. And my producer was so great. Pete Mills was great. And I'm telling you, but he was the one who taught me really how to he's like, put yourself as a 10-year-old, you, and put it in the song. He taught me that.
Right.
And I didn't, and that's what really hit me going, yeah, this is, you know, when you perform a song, it's a mini musical, it's a mini drama, it's a mini comedy, it's all that. It's like you get the same point that it's very much you're giving somebody a story.
Yeah.
You know,
100%. 100%.
How do you protect your voice?
How do I protect my voice? I drink a lot of water.
Yes. Water's good, folks.
drink-
Good for everything. It's good for everything.
So much. I just bought a gallon water bottle.
Oh yeah, okay.
And it's my goal to drink. I've been at like 2 liters. I don't usually finish the full gallon, but I drink a lot of water. I do vocal warm-ups and vocal exercises. I do my best to not scream and, you know, exert too much force on the voice. But I also had another vocal coach at one point in my life that said the vocal cords are a muscle. And, you know, a lot of people are very timid with their voice because they don't want to hurt it. They want to protect it, but you have to stretch it. You have to push it and pull it. And so he said, drink cold water, do whatever, yell, scream, just don't use cough drops. And I thought that was very interesting.
I didn't say, wait a minute, I use cough drops sometimes. Really?
No, I know, me too. I've gone back to cough drops, but it was just an interesting piece of advice, you know, because he said the voice knows how to cope by itself. So by adding a lozenge, you're kind of
that's interesting,
messing with the natural, you know, the body's natural ability to fix itself.
But we're taught almost to always have cough drops or things on us.
Yeah,
that's
no, I know. I saw something with Ariana Grande the other day where she was like, for her on The Voice, she has these little packages for people on her team, and she was giving out like vocal lozenges. Yeah, and I was like, well, if Ariana Grande is doing it,
hello. She don't have no problems. She's not having no problems whatsoever. So yeah, it's working for her.
Right.
That's really interesting. I've never heard that before. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was always taught because I have some nearby. I mean, my little job. I mean, I always have some nearby. I don't use them all the time, but I have them sometimes. Your voice, as you know, gets a little dry or whatever, and you just soothe it. And that's so interesting. See, I learned something. I love doing these shows. That's so very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
No, but vocal warm-ups are very important, people. I had talked with someone else the other day on the show, and I do them too. They may be tedious a little bit, and they sound weird. But they literally help you in the long run, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I have like a few that I just consistently go back to, and I've worked with different coaches, but I've also used Spotify, like vocal warm-ups on Spotify. So there's some really good ones there. I've tried YouTube. There's, you know, the typical ones that people use, like the and the, you know, whatever. But yeah, they're tedious and they can be boring, but I know that they're important.
Yes, we have one. So folks, I'll give you a little behind the scenes. So as a host, sometimes we have to warm up too. Sometimes we're going to talk for another hour or two, or when I work the Emmy carpets or something, you're talking for a long time. So you get your mouth ready. And so one of the things that one of my teachers was like, okay, take the alphabet and go A-E-I-O-U, baby, bibo, boo, say, see, si, so, su, day, dee, di, do, do, A-E-I, no, like you do the whole alphabet that way and moves your mouth. It sounds crazy, you know, Geki Gaigo Goo and say, see, si, so, su, and te, ti, tai, to, like, but it gets your mouth going. So that's for you too. Everybody can use that. And so that's one.
Interesting. I'm going to try that.
Right. It just helps move because your mouth needs to open up too. Sometimes when you're talking, you talk clear when you're talking to somebody. Right. And from outside, you know, so if you're performing outside, sometimes you have to emote
even more
or broader sometimes. So the back can hear you. And so it's very interesting. But that's why I was like, it's just the whole alphabet. You just go A-I-O, baby, bye, boo, boo, it's the whole thing. So it's an oldie but goodie that we.
Okay. Noted.
Okay, so I want to ask, because you have a lot of music out and stuff, and you were doing this for a while. But when did you realize this could be a career and not just a hobby or something that you do occasionally on the side? Because we all say, I want to be this, I want to be that, but like you're actually doing it. You're doing it. You know, you're doing videos. Right. You're on Spotify. How did you realize that this could be a career for you?
I think later in my life, when I decided to get back into music, the thing that motivated me and made me realize that I could do it was just being consistent with the releases and realizing that, you know, money was being generated and there were like increases in people listening and people coming to hear the music. So that made me realize like, hey, if I'm just consistent and I continue on the path that I'm on, why not have it work? Why not, you know, keep going and keep pushing and keep making music?
Yeah, why not? I mean, seriously, technology's there, and it's good. It's good timing too. It's good timing. I think it's great. Now, how would you describe your music these days? Like if someone said, you know, so Sara, you're a singer, songwriter. Oh, I hear this. Like, well, so what genre? What's your music? Like, how would you describe it?
So I actually took this short course through Coursera. And it was a production course, and they said one of the lessons was like how to define your sound. And so I really sat with it and I said, you know, because people say like I'm pop, R&B, this, that, whatever. And I decided to go with soulful pop with R&B inflections. That is what I am.
Soulful pop with R&B inflections. I like that.
Thank you.
Hey, get the bell. Let's do it again.
I get the bell.
Bell. Inflections. I like that. Okay. I like that.
But overall, I mean,
it does sound like it. I totally get it. It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Thanks. It does. No, it does. It sounds like it. It does. I can see that.
But it's like it's emotional music. It's songs that I've written from the heart. Definitely storytelling. You know, even though some of the songs are based in truth, a lot of them are, you know, fantastical or exaggerated views of reality. But I guess that's the fun of songwriting, is you get to storytell and you get to, you know, share something that happened to you and share an experience, but, you know, not alter it, but create a vision for what happened in a realistic setting.
Well, it's dramatic license. You get to again, like telling a story, you get to create your world. I was on some dating apps a while back before the pandemic, and I got angry by being ghosted and all these things all the time. So I wrote a song called "I Just Want to Break Out." It was literally about just my experience, and so I got a chance to have my own ending, so to speak. Like you said, I was able to exaggerate a little bit and actually get a little revenge in the song, like not in person. Do the in person for people. All music. Sara understands all music, but I'm saying I know what you're trying to say. It's kind of like it's you get a chance to create the world you may not be in right now, part of the world, through song.
Yeah.
So like there you go. This is the ending I wish had happened, so I'm going to create that in the song. Kind of thing.
That's literally my next song. It's called All Right, and it's everything that I wish I could have said and I wish I could have communicated in my past relationship.
See, we're in sync. We're in sync.
Yeah.
I love
we're in sync.
We're in sync though. All right, how funny. It's all right. But it's not fun. It's so cathartic. It's so fun. It's so cathartic. And it's a story. It's a story. You're telling a story. And I think and people can relate to it, of course. But for you as the songwriter who lived whatever you're feeling at the moment, you get to work it out a little bit. And it's just like, okay, this is good. This is my little out to whoever. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I wonder how people who don't have a creative outlet deal with pain and trauma. Like how it's so healthy and necessary to express and to release and to do it in a way where you're not lashing out at the other person or you're not lashing out at the world, where you can speak how you're feeling in a confined way, you know? Well,
you mentioned something a little earlier, which we can expand on at the moment, right now, mental health. And I agree with you. I feel like those who don't, like I said, do dance or writing or painting or music, if they don't have that outlet, you're right, a lot of them don't actually express themselves. They don't, they fall apart. It's really hard for them. And I think I thank God that I have outlets that I can take it out on, so to speak. I can take it out on a song. I can get some drums and beat the hell out of the drums. Or I make a song out of it. You know, so I mean, you can do that. You know, you really could do that. Or tell a producer, I need a riff for this because I feel this way, and you just get it out there, and it feels empowering too when you put out a song where you get to say what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there it is. There it is. You know, and I can let it go on some level. I can move on to the next thing. And so I can tell just from talking to you that I know you believe mental health is very important, but it's a very big, especially the last year and a half, a really big deal for all of us because we're having a shared experience right now. So for you during the pandemic and everything, was songwriting, all that stuff, that was your kind of your savior? Let's get you through that.
For sure. You know, I had a tough year the year before the pandemic, mental health wise. So once I kind of got myself back on track, so during the pandemic, 100% during the 2020 portion of it. And music, I mean, music has always been solace and comfort for me. Whether I've been going through a breakup or a loss or worldly events, it's just a way that I can, like we're saying, I can express myself. I can get things out. But yeah, so I definitely helped during the pandemic. But also something that I learned during the pandemic was, or I'm still continuing to learn, was just how to be more autonomous in my craft. And I think by allowing myself to realize that things were changing, but that I could either change with it or just sit back and be upset and feel like vengeful, you know, like I would make good progress. So that was definitely helpful for my mental health, was like the continual learning and growing of honing in on my craft and making it better.
I'm glad you're coming through the other side of that, because it's a lot of folks don't, and some are still struggling, and we feel for them. And please get help. You need help. There's no shame in getting help. Trust me. I see a therapist once.
No shame.
No shame. Seriously.
Yeah. And it's scary because, you know, when you're on a certain side of it, you can kind of feel like there is no help and help won't help you. And if you need medication won't help you when you're just like in this pit of despair. And like, I've been there. But yeah, reaching out and getting the help that you need that fits you, there's nothing better.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. Okay, so we're still in the pandemic, folks. I would say last year was more of a lockdown heavy pandemic.
Yeah.
But we're coming out of it a little bit, and there are live shows starting to happen. Anything live coming up for you yet? Are you doing anything live yet?
I have a live show in LA on the 14th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's with Breaking Sound, LA. I don't have the location yet, but TBD.
Okay.
And time TBD, but it's next week.
Very good.
Yeah.
How excited are you? How excited are you to get back on stage?
I'm so excited. I did a show in New York last week, actually. And it was so good. It was so good just to perform again and to like see people and connect with them. And some people knew the words, and that was crazy. So we were like singing together, and it was great. But I'm so happy that things are starting to open up again, and that, you know, things are being done safely, but that they are opening up, because I think everybody has been missing the connection that, you know, we used to have.
And only stage can bring. I mean, seriously, there's something about getting that instant gratification from the audience, you know, that's right there. Whether they like it or don't like it, you get it immediately. But
right.
But it's still connection. It's like this is great too, but you know, in person, it's just there's no substitute.
Right, and there's no hug at the end.
No hug at the end. I love hugs. I love hugging.
Me too.
Me too. I hug. My friends always send me virtual hug things all the time. You know, but it's just that being on stage, there's nothing like the whole give and take of the audience and you, and so I'm very excited for it. That's good. So we'll keep an eye out. Yeah. So you'll be following her. You can play. She'll let you know where it happens. But
if Instagram opens back up or starts back up,
Okay, so today, as we're filming this, okay, so folks, as we're filming
Right.
today, Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp are down. I was trying to post some stuff. I was going to try to post stuff from you. I can't post nothing. Twitter's open, folks. That's it.
I know. I've been like on Twitter, just like.
I'm going to try to follow you on Twitter. But yeah, no, it's completely, that's the only thing that's open right now. So when hopefully by the time this comes out, it's back to normal. I'm sure they're working on it.
I'm sure.
I'm sure they're working on it. But like for me today, I have to wait till it comes back so I can follow and all this stuff. But yeah, that's weird. But you did a video for Hollywood.
Yes.
It was a great video. And you worked with someone who worked with Lady Gaga, Miss Stephanie Germanotta, whatever Germanetti her name is. So tell me how did you get in contact with someone who's working with current royalty at the moment? How did that happen?
So I was in a girl group when I was 14. And the girl group was working with Lorianne Gibson.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you know the name.
Yes, I know who it is. Yes, I know who that is.
Yeah. So we were working with Lorianne, and Richie was her assistant at the time.
Okay.
And so I knew Richie and I knew Lorianne, and we all danced, and it was great. And 10 years later, someone put us in contact, and I remember the FaceTime that we had where he was in the studio with this artist, and the screen opens, and we're like, Richie? He's like, Sarah? I'm like, oh my God. And we just had this beautiful moment. So we reconnected, and I sent him some songs, and he loved Hollywood, and we reconnected for the video.
See, you never know. You seriously
never know.
Never. I tell you all the time, do not burn bridges, folks. Don't burn bridges, because you just never know where to come back around.
Right. It's crazy. 10 years later, 12 years later at this point.
But that's the thing. And he could have not blown up, or he could have, he did blow up. So like, you never know. So the person you work with now, you may know now, you have no idea in 5-10 years where they're going to be. That could literally benefit you. I mean, you never know. I'll be able to help you out in some way. You never know. Right.
And I think that's why it's so important to connect with people that you really connect with and that you really love and understand. And, there's like a mutual respect, because like you're saying, you never know where people will end up in 5-10 years. So you just have to surround yourself with people that make you feel good.
I agree. That's very cool. That's right. So you were in a girl group.
I was in a girl group.
So
very fast.
So what's the name? What's the name of the group? What was the name of the group?
The name of the group was the Click Girls.
Okay, Click Girls. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Click Girls with a Z. Yeah.
Oh, hey, with a Z. I love that. No, but so what did you? Because I do solo stuff. I also have shows. I have co-hosts. So there's a group thing together. So I want to just ask you, kind of, from that experience, what did you take away from that experience of being one of the girls with a Z?
What did I take away from the experience of being in the group?
Yeah, being in a girl group, where it's not just other. You're part.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, first of all, it's really beautiful if you can keep friendships out of those types of things, because you never know what will happen with the group or what will happen with anything. So if you can really connect with people that you're working with, that's great. The biggest thing that I got out of the group was that it was like very intense. They were signed to Interscope, and it was a big deal. And I learned that this really takes hard work, and it takes a lot of dedication and passion and grind, and you have to love all the aspects of it. Like we did interviews, and we did rehearsals, and we did like a few shows, and we did commercial, like we did a bunch of stuff, and it was taxing. But if you don't love it, then you're going to get lost in it. So that was probably the biggest thing.
I agree. The machine, folks. It's this business, period. It's very unusual.
Yeah.
I've been doing it 14 years, and things still happen where I go, okay. I mean, I guess I'm like, okay, that's going on. Okay. It's unusual, and you're almost in a bubble sometimes in some ways, and you're always trying to fight to stay grounded and stay with your foot still over here and a foot over here, because the machine will keep you going. It's like you say, got a song, got to do a video, got to do press, do this, got to do stage. I mean, like it's a job. It's a job, folks. Yeah. But it's a job that's not like your normal, like pushing papers and that kind of job. It's unusual.
It's like a 360 experience where you never get to clock out.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. I like that. Exactly. I like that. And but again, I love it. I mean, so you're right
Yeah.
about it. I've done other things. I don't like it. So, I mean, I do love this. And there are times I'm like, I'm just too tired today. Can I just not, but you pull it together and you're professional and you do it. But deep down, you love it. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
You get to sing, you get to write songs.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment. Totally. It's like, hello. Like come on. How can you complain about that? The song is Hollywood, You and Me, and it's out now. You go to Spotify and follow her there. It's working today. I'm sure it's working. So go ahead, and follow her there. That's Sara, Sara, for you listeners who are listening to this, Diamond spelled normally. She also is on YouTube as Sara Diamond. So go ahead and follow her there too and watch her videos. Now, so on all the social media platforms, are you under Sara Diamond also?
I'm not, because I wasn't early on all of them, and it's a very common name. But I am Sara Diamond on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Tumblr if you want to follow me there. Okay. And on Instagram, I am Sara Diamond, and on SoundCloud, I am Sara Diamond.
Okay, I'll put them all in descriptions, everybody. SoundCloud. Okay. I'll make sure I'm following on all those too. So make sure I'm following. Because now, new fan. Yes, go ahead.
And last one on TikTok. I forgot.
Oh yes, I'm on TikTok. TikTok, hello.
Okay, I'll follow you on TikTok. I am Sara Diamond as well.
Yes, no, do that because we gotta be TikTok stars, girl. I
know.
It's crazy. TikTok is I'm like, who are all these people? Where do they come from? It's like, isn't it crazy? It's like they're watching my videos. I'm going, where are they? They're not on Instagram. They're not on Twitter. Like, where are they? Who are these people? They're watching my stuff.
Billions of people.
So on TikTok, I'll probably look anyway later today. See, but on TikTok, what are you kind of putting on there? Majority of the time.
The majority of the time, I'm putting covers.
Okay.
And then I'm also posting, like, I don't have much on my TikTok right now, but like I try and get on trends and little like funny videos,
Okay.
The TikTok stuff.
Yeah, no, but I was curious if you were doing any music, so that's good. You're putting music on there too, so that's good. So follow her on there too, on TikTok. Yes, follow me too on TikTok. I'm James Lott Jr. there. I'm everywhere. So follow us everywhere. Support indie artists. Support the arts. They're both very important. Not everybody is on the charts at #1. There's a lot of great music out there it's there being produced every day. So check them out. People like Sara Diamond, check them out and see what they're talking about. See what kind of music you may end up loving it. And you wouldn't even know if you didn't support independent artists out there trying to make things happen and put out really good music. And so, Sara, congratulations. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
You're welcome back anytime. Now I'm following you. Welcome back anytime. Any new stuff comes out.
Yay!
Back anytime. But yes, so support the arts. Very important to our arts and society and culture. They're very important, whether it's dancing, singing, painting, writing, rapping, spoken word, doesn't matter. It's all very important. And support that in schools. I'll make sure I say that because I had good music teachers in schools growing up. I know the arts are getting cut out, and to me, it's devastating to do that. There are a lot of young minds who have talent that's just sitting there, waiting to be realized. So let's work towards getting that out there to them too, so they can live dreams like Sara and I are living, and have that going out there. But thank you very much for watching us. This is In Between the Pages with James Lott Jr. We're on Facebook and we're all over the place. So check us out there and like, follow, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell 2 friends, work it out, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.